Plaintiff April Kirkendall says she has respect for her stepmother, the defendant, but claims she is known to go into drunken rages, and she now believes she's using crack cocaine. April is suing her stepmother for stolen property and emotional distress. Defendant Wanda Nixon says she has raised April since she was a child, and she has always been about herself. Wanda insists April does not respect her, and she has the threatening voicemails to prove it. Wanda's countersuing for rent.
Start with you.
Well, I want to start by saying I respect her all throughout my whole life, but she's a very manipulative, jealous, and aggravating person. She a drink, getting these drunken rages. She recently doing crack cocaine.
April, you know I don't do drugs.
Yes,
Take
you
too
are.
much medicine to do drugs.
Yes, you
okay?
are.
You can make up what you want to make up.
She's
in
Where do you get that information?
Have you seen me?
Her roommate. One day we was in the room. I came out and smoked. It wasn't none but her in the room. So
It might have just been the roommate.
No, they was together smoking.
How do you know she smoked? How do you know she hit it?
I didn't see her hit it.
Exactly.
But she was in the room. They was smoking.
And you were in
crack.
the room too?
Exactly.
I came out my room to go into the front room where it was cloud of smoke, and they was sitting right.
And you were in the room too?
Okay.
She smoked crack?
No, she do not.
See,
she don't
she's
smoke
being
it.
nice to you.
She don't smoke crack.
Okay, but no.
Listen, I love her.
No.
I raised her since she was a kid, all of them, okay? April's
All
always
of
been
them
about
as in whom?
her and her other two sisters, her sister here, and my boys. I raised them,
Really?
treat them like they was mine.
How many boys did you have?
I have two.
Okay.
She's always been about herself. She came home several times. I took her in my house, let her do. I'm tired. I got a recording on how, if you would listen to this, she said she respect me.
March 29th. You know what? I ain't even got to argue with your no more because you're too wrong. That's why you go down. That's why you be sick like that. And when you die, I'm going to spit on your grave.
Okay.
You talking about, I ain't worried about what you're talking about.
I said you
never.
because she was texting back and forth. She came talking about the U.S.
Hold on.
Okay. You ain't helping her.
Friday, March 29th.
Yeah, that's real big of you. Real big of you. You sitting up there doing all that talking. Like, I don't care. I never really needed you, but I did need you at
But
the
you
time.
needed me.
Like, I ain't never asked you for nothing. You gave me a room, and that's what I asked for. A place to lay my head. Because I swear to God, it wasn't never no love from you. What you did? Nothing. Everything I got it on my own, not from you. And I'm trust and believe. I don't need you. Trust and believe. April got on her feet and got what she needed once she left that house, that wicked house. Because I ain't there. Like, you want to sit up here and talk about this. It just shows how much love you get.
End of message.
You Honor.
That's respect.
But you Honor,
That's respect.
She got me heated. I was mad at the moment. I did say things that I shouldn't have said.
Is that what you do every time you get mad? Because those were two different incidents.
Sir, she was.
What do you mean by she never did anything for you? Didn't you tell me she raised you?
She raised me.
Like a mother? Is that how you talk to a mother figure who's raised you?
No, sir, but she disrespected me also. As a young child, she used to call me out of my name when I was young. And now it's transitioned over to now that I'm a grown adult.
Like what type of names?
Hoes and all type of stuff.
From what age did she start calling
No,
you
it's when since I've been knowing her since I was like 5, 6
That's
years
what I'm
old.
saying. She didn't start calling you that at 5 or 6.
Yeah,
So what age
you Honor,
did she
yes,
You ought to be. You ought to
sound crazy? You sound crazy.
Hey, but you ought to stop. Now you know what? She sure do. You know what?
She been getting drunk ever since.
You know what, April? I love you.
Okay, ain't that much drunk in the world
Sure
for her
ain't.
to call a
Sure
5-year-old no B or no
I'm
hoe.
telling you, when she
ought to
was,
stop it,
Ain't that much drunk in the world.
when she gets drunk,
I love you to death, but I tell you one thing.
She wouldn't even do that on her crack.
She for to be exactly, Judge. Exactly. You know what? She for to be homeless again. You know what? She gonna need me. She gonna need a mother. She gonna need a father. She gonna need.
How am I gonna be? I go to work every day. How am I gonna be?
When you come back to me this time,
I would
please
never come back to
think
you.
about what you called and said to me, because I'm so hurt about that. You knowing how my health is.
Think about what you said to me.
I raised you and I love you.
What you said to me.
I love you.
Okay.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
All right.
All right. Now you
Can
talk
I-
in a very respectful way. Give me some more background.
Okay, she comes. Okay, we're gonna start off from here. She gets in my personal business when it comes down to my relationships. I used to date older guys. I still do date older guys. She'll get her and her friends will be getting drunk. She'll try to get them to come at them, and I just leave it alone. But
My
it
goodness.
never
Girl,
worked.
who wants somebody you
it
messing
never
with?
Worked.
Who wants somebody you? My friends want somebody you messing with. Girl, please.
Y'all,
You ought to be crazy.
Y'all know nobody.
Girl, please.
Okay.
If you really sound, you're making a fool out yourself here, baby. You're making a fool out yourself.
Now I'm engaged to be married.
You ain't engaged in but sugar daddy.
Okay.
He married.
All right.
He married. You got one married and one gay. One married and one gay. So where that's at? Where that's at?
You want? She don't have no
Where's
idea.
that? And he's and you know what?
idea
They
of what
looking
she's
for him.
talking about.
They looking for one of them. So what you doing?
She has no idea
They looking for him.
what she's talking about on
You
that
said
note.
one is married and one is gay.
Exactly.
She go with both of them.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So you're engaged, though. I'm glad to hear
Yes,
that.
I am.
All right.
Married man, you can't be
Come on
married.
now.
Living with her, I was depressed. She always talking. She'll have people over, talk about this and how I'm this, like just trying to embarrass me. I never really stayed
Ma'am,
around.
she's
You
saying
wanna
that
put
you've
mine.
talked abusively to her for years.
No, I haven't. April's my favorite daughter.
All right. Let's get to the property you're suing her for. Stolen property and emotional distress.
Yes. I moved out. When I moved out of apartment, I couldn't fit everything in the car. So I left some there. I had to be back in LaPorte on the 16th to be in that court over there. And I told her roommate, because she left at the time, I'll be back on the 16th to pick up my things. I'll be back. But we hadn't already got into it by then. She started sending...
You check on the 16th,
Quiet,
you said
ma'am.
that.
Go ahead.
She started sending text messages to me because she called talking about the U.S. Marshals looking for me. So I called the lawyer down there to see if anything's going on. He said, April, everything's fine. So I get on Facebook and I tell her to grow up at her age and not her shoe size. So she comes, this like cursing me out. I have the text messages.
I didn't even call you. I called your sister.
All right.
Sitting right here.
Okay.
Erica told you. Didn't you call me cussing me out?
My mother, you cursed me first. That's what I never disrespected you.
Ladies.
Quit lying.
Tell me about the property, though. How did it come up missing? Tell me the
I
circumstances.
heard a surrounding neighbor around called me. She got in touch with me on Facebook. She like, April, why wanted to calling people over to the house to go through your things? She was giving stuff away.
Calling what people?
To just her.
Neighborhood people?
No.
What?
To them, to the surrounding people that be around, like my brother, other baby mama.
Gotcha. All right.
Like stuff like
Friends
that.
and family.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay.
How did it end?
I forget about it. I just let it go. I got
you
it
brought
tied
it to
up.
court?
Yes, sir.
Good.
I stopped going back and forth.
And I'm glad you did, because you don't sound that far from cutting somebody.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I always resulted in that.
Thank you for being here. What's the other case? I heard you slipped up and said you had to be on the other side of town for another case.
For having that guy that refused to tell.
Oh, it was just a misunderstanding. I was at the wrong
That's what they
place
call
at the
it
wrong
now.
time.
The same.
The wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, I'm
The same guy
sorry,
that wanted
boyfriend.
my
That was just a misunderstanding.
No, it wasn't.
He need
it was
500 stitches. Huh?
Same guy that wanted my house.
I was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
All right, let me hear from you, ma'am, regarding the property that she's suing for.
April had no property in my house. When I got fed up. Me and her sister.
How long did she live with you then?
From May to around 1st of January.
That's a lie,
I
Your
packed
Honor.
the stuff.
She had some things there.
That's a lie.
Me and her sister packed everything. She didn't have a whole lot of stuff. She came with a bag,
Okay.
a bag and about 15 raggedy white, like I just say white stretch pants. She didn't have a whole lot of clothes.
She
didn't have a whole lot
had
of
15
clothes.
pairs, though?
You know, stretch pants that you get from Rainbows, $5 pants. She didn't have a whole lot of clothes. She didn't. Me and her sister here said, since she ain't packing her stuff, we gonna pack her stuff for her. I'm gonna show her that she got to go.
But you intended to leave, right?
That was my intention.
You
I was
intended.
intending to
All
leave.
right.
My
She wasn't
intention.
intending to leave. I was putting
What
her out.
items did she take?
Everything, because we packed everything. Me and Erica packed the stuff up, okay? Everything out that room was packed up.
Ma'am, she says you left nothing there.
No, in the room, nothing was left in the room.
Okay.
I had stuff in her garage. I had stuff in the front closet. It was a whole lot of clothes.
Let me read, ma'am, these texts
Only
that
thing
she
is
handed me.
right.
When can I come get my S so you can whoop my A, kid, police, A, B, grow but punish you, that's why you sick. And then you say, however, ma'am, come not be, so I can beat your aid. And we'll see how sick I am.
That's right. That's right.
No, but this is the problem you have, ma'am, with this next text. You saying, by the way, I got your S belts and all now, come and see me. You admit that you have a
I didn't have
thing.
it. We thought it was her belts. It was Kamiko's belts.
You were very clear. You're not getting your S. I missed that one.
Yeah.
That's the most definitive one. You're telling her that she's not getting her
I just
stuff.
want her to come there. That's because she ain't had nothing in my house.
Yes, I did.
Your counterclaim for unpaid rent, $1,600, is for what period and what was the agreement?
For May, she was supposed to pay me $200 a month.
That's not true.
That is true.
Through what?
Through
When
January.
did she move?
Yeah,
January?
when I put her out.
And ma'am, what do you say the agreement was?
Yeah, we had no agreement.
Were you working?
And this is where my
She wasn't even there.
This is where my
She didn't
yes,
live
she
there.
Was.
Were you working?
Yeah, yes,
No,
at the time.
5
I had
jobs.
10. No.
5 jobs?
And work
How
2
that
days
sound?
a week and
How does that sound?
and get fired.
How did you expect her to pay rent when she
Had a
moved
permanent job, okay?
in? When she moved in?
Yes. April had 3 jobs at one time, Your Honor, okay?
What do you have there
Ring
you
the
wanna show
bell
me?
and all that stuff. So I
What
got
do you have you
evidence
wanna
that.
show me? Let's see it, please.
April's
Why
a-
didn't anyone mention anything about money in these text messages? Now that's
because
what
you
would
know
go
what?
along. That would
Because
go
you
along
wanna
with
take
this.
care of you. She never
I have
said
all
that.
of them living in my house.
She
This
never
young lady
said
lived
that.
in my house. She been
I
gone
know,
for 3 or 4
and
months.
that's why I believe you let these folks out
And
of
I've
love
charged us.
stay
No,
with
I've
you.
charged April.
No,
Yes,
no,
I did,
you
April.
didn't.
Here, you
It's
go.
people living in
Let's
your
see it,
house right
please.
now for rent free. You
No,
run
No,
for
they
one
not.
house.
No,
Yes,
they
you
not.
do.
No, they not.
Yes, you are.
No,
You
they
too-
not.
you
No, they
so-
not.
I know. I
Marcia
can-
pays rent faithfully.
That's enough, ma'am.
Okay.
I can tell how kind-hearted you are right now. No, you ain't charged this girl.
Yes, I did.
$300 is your judgment for the stolen property. I'm not granting you any emotional distress.
All right.
And your claim for unpaid rent, ma'am, I know you haven't charged it because you're too kind-hearted. I can hear it all through your testimony. Your claim is dismissed. $300 for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
Sorry.
I have nothing to say. It's been done deal. She needs to stop calling me and my family, my sons, because we done with her.
Right is right, is wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
She mad because I came after her.
No,
I ain't
it
never
didn't
did
bother
nothing to
me.
her. Yes, you
It
did.
ain't
You be
different.
lying.
You know you ain't left nothing in that
I don't
house.
even wanna talk to her.
You ain't left nothing in that house. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
well,
don't
I
call my
won.
sons no
So
more. Don't
you
call none
mad.
of us no more.
You mad.
You ain't did nothing. You thought you was gonna get
Look at that
$1,300.
mop on your head. Well, you should have took that money and went and got a hairdo.
I got money. You
Okay,
ain't got-
so go
you
get
ain't
your
got
hair
a job
fixed.
now.
Go get your hair
You ain't
fixed.
got a job now.
I got a job.